16 teams, BYU, Notre Dame, Texas, Vanderbilt, Utah, they all want in. My question is, what is stopping us from going to 16 teams right now, tomorrow? Congrats. BYU, you're going on the road for your first game. Congrats. Texas, you're going on the road for your first game. BYU, you're playing in Eugene, Oregon. Texas, would have been awesome to send them to Lubbock. Would have been great. Like Texas, we're going to get you in there. We'll give you a game, but it's going to be at Oklahoma. Like how awesome would that be? Do you understand this year more than any year in the past? You may be saying this is crazy, this is a wild concept, but here is why. You bring this to the water cooler and it makes sense, and your friends go, well, I can't argue that. Do you think that mighty Texas A&M is invincible to Vanderbilt? Or do you believe that the Vanderbilt Commodores, from what you saw this year, could probably beat A&M? Because I believe that Vanderbilt could probably beat Texas A&M. I believe that BYU wholeheartedly on a neutral site would beat Miami. I believe wholeheartedly that BYU at health with Bear Bachmeier ready to go could go toe-to-toe with Indiana and give it a real good shot. Give it a real good game. No, they couldn't have jumped down. Buddy, I watched when Utah won the Rose Bowl against Nick Saban in Alabama. It doesn't take a Boise State versus Oklahoma miracle for really good teams to beat really good teams. I watched when TCU beat Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl. Gary Patterson failed 2-point conversion. I've seen that. I've seen teams like BYU play at the highest level, win at the highest level. I've seen them go on the road and beat Texas, blow out Texas. So you can't sit here and tell me, well, no. And look, there are some years where you point to Team 15 and you go, yeah, Team 15 is significantly worse than Team number 1, Team number 2. This is not one of those years. This is a year that is further proof that 16 teams could work. And you may turn on J.D. Piquel at On 3. I like J.D., by the way. I hosted a show with him for years. You may turn on J.D. Piquel, and he'll tell you the playoffs should be shrunk. It's too big. It's diluted. Now it's ruining the integrity of the game. It's ruining the regular season. And where I disagree with that is, didn't the regular season still feel absolutely electric this year? It did for me. I still watched every game. I thought that Cincinnati and Utah game was awesome. I thought that the BYU Cincinnati game was awesome. I loved what the regular season brought this year. The Arizona State game was great. I think the regular season is going to be just fine because we love college football. And at 16 teams, you have a better shot to crown a national champion. Because here's the deal. The transitive property in college football does not work. If it did, then you can track the fact that Florida State beat Alabama by double digits, lost to Stanford, and that BYU beat Stanford by double digits, and just say, okay, BYU's better than Alabama, let them in. Then I don't know if BYU's better than Alabama, but they at least deserve a shot at that game. And in the same way transitive property does not work, listen to this. There's a world in which Utah gets in which BYU gets in. And somewhere down the line, yeah, Oregon beats Texas Tech. A&M beats Texas Tech. Ohio State beats Texas Tech. And then they sit there and somehow A&M or Oregon plays BYU and loses. Plays Utah and loses. There are matchup nightmares. There are coaching nightmares in college football. There are what you unlock with 16 is it does become a tournament format. It's not this 4-team, win 2 games and you're national champions. With 16, anything can happen. It starts to get a whole lot weirder. You start to strategize differently. There are more games. But my true question here, and I veer from the point a bit, why don't we do it tomorrow? Because, see, remember who funds the College Football Playoff Committee? 4 letters, 3, 2, 1, ESPN. Where are the games broadcast? Nailed it, ESPN. Who pumps the most money into this entire thing and has the biggest contract possible with the Big 12, the ACC, and the SEC? ESPN. So if Mickey Mouse, Disney, who owns, there you got it, ESPN, you're playing the game. If Mickey Mouse waves his wand and says, screw it, 16 teams, do it, what do we lose? Who's mad? Who's upset? Well, it was in the contract. We have thrown contracts out the window in college football. You know what was in the contract? You know what was in a contract with the College Football Playoff Committee, and here's what you can use the water cooler to be a genius, is that the winner of the Pac-12 would have a bye or a seat in the college football playoff. And that contract was extended through 2026. So, technically, last season, Washington State, and this season, Washington State had a spot in the college football playoff. Well, you say, well, that's the stupidest thing ever. They would never do that. You're right. It is stupid. They don't deserve a spot in the playoff. You're no doubt correct on that. But it was in a contract. Well, it's in a contract. What does that mean anymore? Can you tell me? Because I'm not deriving much from it. And right now, you can veer contract, and you know what it's going to do? It's going to give ESPN. It's going to give the Big 12. It's going to give the SEC. It's going to give Notre Dame. It's going to give Texas more money. Well, I miss when it was 4 teams. You know what? This year, it probably could be 4 teams. This year, the best 4 teams in the country probably are Georgia, Texas Tech, Indiana, Ohio State. Probably could be 4 teams. But once you told me that we're going to expand the playoff and get more universities, more schools, more teams, more opportunities, once you told me that's how the system is done, that's how we do it, then BYU deserves a chance. At 11-1 in a power conference. Then fine. Notre Dame deserves a chance. Let them. Then okay. Give Texas the opportunity. Give Vanderbilt the opportunity. You say, well, I don't think 9-3 Tech. Buddy, there's a shot, and I hate saying it. There's a shot that 9-3 Texas would have made real noise. They just beat the number 1 team in the country. Real noise in the college football playoff. And I'd be like, they just beat the number 1 team in the country. And that team they beat, what have you done for me recently? They just told you I'm better than A&M. That A&M team got in and Texas did not. It's a broken system. In the BCS era, A&M would have been out of the national championship. It would have been Indiana and maybe Texas Tech, maybe Georgia. But not, you've told me there need to be more teams, more opportunities. And the commissioners, Greg Sankey, the commissioners, Jim Phillips of the SEC and the ACC have said, let's do 16. Increase the access. Rushing this is not a logistical nightmare. Just do it at the home stadiums. Each of these teams would be happy to host and make more revenue. Get in there. Yeah. Get in there. Play the 16-team playoff and crown the true national champion. Because last year, Ohio State, number 8 in the country who won it all, wouldn't have been in the 14 playoff, wouldn't have been in the BCS national championship. Nope, you've told me now it is an invitational. And now that cat is out of the bag, I don't think there's any putting it back in. The toothpaste is out of the tube, buddy. You've told me what this is now. You've told me we're giving teams a shot, and then you didn't give BYU a shot. And look, in the same vein, you're right. Notre Dame, you didn't give them a shot. You didn't give Texas. You didn't give, and you didn't give them a shot at your little playoff system. And if I'm going to fight for Notre Dame, then I'll fight for the other teams that I think could have won games there. They could have. Go to 16. Do it tomorrow. Do it. Just do it right now. What's stopping you? Nothing. Go make more money. I'm on to something. This has been and always will be Locked On. Thank you for making this your first listen every single day. Dose Grande.